Hello everyone, welcome back to that function tutorial. Sorry for that video delay. So I have some other works other than this. So from this week onwards, the video will continuously uploaded by week. So let's quickly see what are the types of functions in Python. So in Python, there are normally of two types of functions. One is built-in function and another one is user-defined function. So built-in function or predefined functions that are already written code by the developers of Python. But the user-defined function are defined by us uh, to do a specific task. Basically, a function is used to do a specific task. It will add when we call it. Think like it of a personal assistant. Like I have a personal assistant, I assign a work. So when I call him, he will give the work result of the work. So right, uh, I have now going to type a sample program in sample function program in Python. So after typing it, I will explain how the Python is working. Okay. So right, this is how the function is working in Python. So this is a user-defined function with no parameter and no return type. Okay. In Python, the function is defined using the keyword def followed by the function name and a parenthesis. Inside this parenthesis, we have given a declare a variable that can be used inside this function block. Okay, and after this, I have given a colon. So it is what is this colon? You already know in we have used this colon in if else statement, right? So it is used to declare a block in Python. So inside whatever you are writing, it is the block of this function. Okay, just this function is printing the this function return a sum of values, and afterwards I have called this function. If you don't call this function will never execute it, right? Okay. Okay. There are several types of user-defined functions in Python. So now I am going to implement some of the functions that are most important for data structures and algorithms and basics of Python. And also, the function is the most important concept to implement and to learn the fundamentals of fast API. Okay, and also that functions are the basic for machine learning. We want to use functions and classes. So these are the most important concepts in Python. Also, this is the basic of the DSA. So if you know that function concept only, then you need to move to that DSA. Right. So now this function is without parameter and also without return type. And now I am going to declare two variables called a comma b, and also I am passing two values from this here, a 10 comma 4, and this 10 comma 4 is going to assign in this a comma b, and I am going to a plus b. Okay, this function is going to return a return a sum of the two numbers a plus b. Here, why this function is not printing that value in the output screen? Because if we return something that has a function has a special storage, it will when we write a return statement, the return statement answer will be stored in that storage space. So we want to print. So I am going to give the statement inside the print statement, and this is giving 14. Okay, we also here we use print. We have simply a simple. This is also going to work and give us the same answer. Okay, if you use return statement, it stores the value, does not print it. You want to manually print while you are calling the function, right? This is a user defined function with parameter and also with the return type. And we also give this as a default value. This is called default function. And when I am doesn't give the value to b, it act like it take the 4 as a default value. This is another type of function with the default value, right? This is the second type of function. All the functions have same syntax, but only a similar changes only, and also going to act like a same. And also uh, there is another one is called a is equal to. So when I don't give this, I'm giving this 4 in front of 10, 4 comma. When I going to give like this, the 4 is going to assign to A and 10 is going to assign to B, right? So I need some changes. So I want the A to accept the value of 10 and B to accept the value of 4. So I have to manually give that B is equal to, and I have to give that A is equal to, and also I am going to print that to as A and print like B, right? So here A's value is 10. So also I give it as A is equal to 10 as a second argument. So it is going to assign as in the variable of A. So this is called keyword length argument, right? So it is another type of functions in Python. Eh, all the functions have similar changes only, but going to act like a same. Okay, this is one type of function. And next is star of A. If you give a star of A, you can assign multiple values like 4 comma 5. So when I print that A like this, it gives a both value. It stores both value 4 and 5. And also I have give 6 and I have give 7. It accepts it and gives the all the numbers. So it has a storage capacity of uh, when I giving multiple values, it can also store it. Okay, next. This is another type of function. And the lastly, the function name is lambda function. So its syntax is similarly different. So add is equal to, just give it lambda, not to x, give it x dot x. Sorry, the it has this syntax only different. Okay, because a lambda function, a function can be defined in a single line, we don't need to use multiple lines, and we do not need to use the keyword called def, and also some others. Okay, it is a simple function in Python, right? So now I am going to implement the lambda function. So this function going to get the value. I'm going to write as a previous value a comma b, and it is going to return a plus b, right? And we will going to call it like think about it, a plus b is a written statement. So do you want to explicitly print that uh, add is the function name, and I'm going to pause that two variables called 10 comma 4, and I'm just printing it. It gives the answer of 14. So these are the some types of functions in Python, that keyword length argument, and lambda functions, and parameter with return type. And these are some of the functions in Python. uh, the functions are most important concept to learn backends. So if you are a AI engineer or AI developer, first you are going to create a deep learning model in Colab or some other platforms like Jupyter, and after you are going to create a file like pth with the extension called .pth, and you are going to import the .pth file into your backend and do some of the works, and connect the front end to this backend. And if you give a data, the data going to flow from front end and to backend, and next to that AI model .pth file. So like this, this is going to work. So while doing like this, you are going to use Fast API as a backend. So in Fast API, there is full of concepts of functions. All the routes is defined using that functions. Do not skip this function concept. It is most important, and also it is most important for data structures and algorithms, right? Thank you. We will see in the next video and with that chapter of classes and objects, right? Thank you.